Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So the people have voiced their opinions and they have chosen Ghost of Tsushima as Game of the Year. Of course, for the people's choice, I think it is the choice that matters because, if you're being democratic, this is the majority. And the voice of these so-called game journalists and critics does also matter, but I think not as much, especially nowadays, because we know that a lot of these game journalists are more like activists right now, and even the laughable criticism that they have for a game like Cyberpunk 2077 makes you really wonder if these people play the games that they review enough so that they can give fair and valid criticism. But that is not the topic of this video. The topic of this video is Ghost of Tsushima being the winner, the cause, and also the meltdown that you will see in some tweets here. So we need to know why Ghost of Tsushima has won. You see here, this is Geoff Keighley speaking about the nominees, and The Last of Us Part 2 was going like way ahead, 43%, Ghost of Tsushima 31%. And then after the passive aggressive tweet from Neil Druckmann, the tables have turned, so to speak, because Neil Druckmann, in my opinion, contributed to making Ghost of Tsushima Game of the Year, which means that a lot of people didn't really care about this Game Awards thing, and they didn't even go there and vote because, you have to have an account in there. So it wasn't really a very pleasant thing to do, especially that it's more of a hassle. This also proves that people are not really haters, quote unquote, just like some people try to paint them. No one here is a hater, and this is the proof because, The Last of Us Part 2 has got a lot more support from the people that like it, and Ghost of Tsushima didn't get as much support until after Neil Druckmann's tweet. And Neil Druckmann's tweet was vindictive, was very stupid actually to do so, because he was just kind of this anime villain who is celebrating an early victory, and then the tables have turned on them. That's how I see it. And of course after this things change. This is a lot of tweets here from Geoff Keighley, so we have to look for these. So here is another one here, 39% for The Last of Us Part 2 and 36% for Ghost of Tsushima. This is December the 7th. And then here things have more or less become equal between the two games. And then if we scroll up here, we will find that things have changed and that Ghost of Tsushima has become Game of the Year, and it's here. Only 4 hours to go, and Ghost of Tsushima is pulling ahead 47% and 33% for The Last of Us Part 2. Now again, to Neil Druckmann's credit, he congratulated people at Sucker Punch, and he said that it was a close call between the two games and that it was an honor for him dunking out with Ghost of Tsushima. I think this kind of attitude should have been, the attitude that he should maintain throughout the voting process, and even like a normal attitude from a normal person. But he was vindictive and, people stick it to him. I think if he didn't tweet that passive aggressive tweet, probably Ghost of Tsushima wouldn't be Game of the Year, and probably The Last of Us Part 2 would be Game of the Year even for people's choice, because, a lot of normies don't really care about going to a website to vote which Game of the Year they like. And also the sales are more of a tangible measure, are more concrete evidence which game is enjoyed more by people. And going back to the meltdown, here this person, he says The Last of Us 2 got robbed by the salty hackers, and he's using caps, and I remember Neil Druckmann speaking about caps, so it seems like he's using, so who is losing the caps here? It's really funny. And he said that it got robbed by salty hackers, really. So this is an insult to the Game Awards website, and this is also saying that the people who voted for Ghost of Tsushima are hackers, and those who voted for The Last of Us Part 2 are normal people. Really? Is this really valid? I think he got a lot of replies here, 77 replies. I'm not going to bother with such a person because, it is just an opinion, not so well written and not so well thought of. Another person here says, I don't even care anymore. At the end of the day, it's just an award. It is just an award, that is true, but again, people have went and voted for The Last of Us Part 2, and were it not for Neil Druckmann, I think Ghost of Tsushima would be number 2. And is it because The Last of Us Part 2 lost that you think that it is just an award? Here, a person called Festive Brandon tweeted something, and strangely, Twitter considers this as a kind of potentially sensitive. I have seen that. What is the sensitive thing here? It's just a picture of Game Awards, and then here memes. I don't care which one wins the Game of the Year. I just want The Last of Us Part 2 to lose. What is the sensitive thing here? I don't know. That's really stupid. Another person here says my pick is The Last of Us Part 2, but I'm happy for Sucker Punch. Yeah, that's the attitude to have. I mean, if your game didn't win, it's not the end of the world. If you enjoy your game, and if you think The Last of Us Part 2 is your game of the year, or is the game to enjoy, then go and enjoy the game. It's not going to change anything. And then a person here says the players chose keep crying. Yeah, because some people don't accept the choices, and they think that their choice is the more reasonable choice, or their choice is the one that should have won. And to be also fair, we also criticize game journalists for picking The Last of Us Part 2 as Game of the Year, and not because of those ist and phobe things that they think about. It's just because that the game has a very, very poor storytelling. The gameplay is not really that revolutionary. It is just a continuation of the gameplay from The Last of Us Part 1 with minor adjustments. And then a person here says it's really sad for Sucker Punch to know that their game won just because people didn't want The Last of Us Part 2 to win. That is actually a big and fat lie. People love Ghost of Tsushima, just like the person here said. Actually, people really love Ghost of Tsushima. I think if you go to YouTube channels, you will see people really admiring the game and talking about it, and talking about different things that exist within the world, talking about the gameplay and a lot of different things. So yeah, Ghost of Tsushima didn't win because people didn't like The Last of Us Part 2. That's actually a very stupid opinion to have, because you know, there are a lot of games out there. So why would people quote unquote conspire to make Ghost of Tsushima win? And why Ghost of Tsushima of all other games? Why isn't it like Animal Crossing or Doom Eternal or another game? Why is it Ghost of Tsushima? Simply because it is a good game, a game that is rather a pleasant surprise that no one was waiting for. It is a game that people enjoyed a lot, and it is also a game that offers a lot of gameplay for $60 and no paid DLC. So yeah, there is a lot to praise in Ghost of Tsushima, and I am sure if we keep scrolling down there, we will find people with different opinions, and also people in complete meltdown because this game won. And this is also hypocritical, because those who preach inclusiveness, acceptance, are the ones that are dismissing the people's choice and calling them hackers. That is a very sad thing to say. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more. Leave your comments down below, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.